Accessing the feed.
Oh, this might be something different. Hello guys, welcome to a potential new YouTube series that I'm going to be doing for Long War the Chosen Mod Jam Plus. This series will be basically just the Mod Jam Plus collection in its entirety, no restrictions, no challenges being added, but more just a showcase of Mod Jam Plus and playing it on Legendary. I feel like there's not enough content of this on YouTube for you guys to consume, so here I am trying to add more. I'm not going to be adding characters or anything like that except for those that are being added through the stream, as that's still going to be the primary way of engaging with the content. But unlike stream, there will be no pauses to edit configs, no debugging, no log reading, no checking and tracking and fixing, as what the stream tends to turn into quite often. If you are curious on the behind the scenes of what goes into Mod Jam Plus, and my future mods, checking me out on twitch.tv/aka illogical is certainly the way to go. That being said, let's try to have a fun campaign where we can progress and see a lot of the toys and some of the new things that have been added since the last time I put anything out on YouTube. To start with, we have Drama Queen Jet Sunstrider here. A Weird Gal is going to be our Reaper, 70 aim, 15 mobility, not a bad start. M-Deb at 14 mobility, 71 aim. Cloista, should check him out on Twitch as well. Nightblaze, Summers, and Jane Kelly, who will of course be turned into Karuka, and Corrections. So with no restrictions on this campaign, we will have the full arsenal of Mod Jam: laptops, AP grenades, mechs, sparks, war crime rockets, any and all of the above, really. If you're unfamiliar with Mod Jam and this is your first introduction, welcome. Mod Jam Plus is a expansion pack of sorts, building on the Long War the Chosen overhaul that has came out in Steam, I don't know, over a year ago at this point, year and a half ago maybe. And it's currently something that myself and a developer named Karuka work on constantly. There's things being worked on in the background, things being worked in the foreground, feedback from you guys that helps us shape and define what we want to do with it. And you'll see a lot of things different from Long War. New aliens, new classes, new mechs, new buildable units. Just a lot of variety, a lot of ways to enhance that XCOM experience after putting so many hours in, that hopefully is relatively fair and balanced, while not following the traditional balance exchange that Long War 2 and XCOM has of a reverse difficulty curve. We have different points where challenges are going to present themselves and you'll need to have answers. Of course, as you reach the end game, XCOM's power scaling does still apply since Advent stopped scaling, but the journey there should hopefully present enough puzzles and unique experiences that you feel it was worth your time. So right now on Gatecrasher, we're trying to force a reveal here, hopefully getting spotted, but it doesn't seem like they actually want to spot us. Unlike normal XCOM, you can do a Beagle Rush maneuver since these guys are on what we call green alert. And them being on green alert means we get no aim penalty. Well, us being in stealth, them being on green alert, means we get no aim penalty to our first Overwatch reaction fire upon engaging. And since we do have this lovely benefit of using AP grenades and all that jazz, it seems like it would be a very fitting position to just aggro everything at once. I haven't looked at how many AP grenades we actually have. I noticed we do have a few. So I'd like to believe my ability to play chess, as I like to put it, will be just fine here. We'll get some Overwatch, get some kills, mop up with some grenades. See 2, 3 AP, that should be enough. And get this campaign started.
You're not gonna get past me. Yeah.
Moving to Overwatch. We're busted!
I need support now. Cool. Isn't that a kick in the ass?
Okay, 2 kills of the 10. Not fantastic, but we'll make it work. Oh, make that 3 kills. A weird gal showing up. So no green alert actions of going on Overwatch is quite nice. It looks like we got some really nice groupings here as well to showcase the power of these AP grenades. Now, you may say, oh, these are very, very strong, and I agree with you. One of the things, though, about Mod Jam is because we're changing where the difficulty lies, the early game is somewhat easier. There's reliable ways to kill unarmored opponents quickly with these AP grenades, and by doing this, this allows us to introduce some enemies at different force levels, specifically 2 and 3, that are going to be a bit more armored and throw maybe a wrench in the works for you. But it ends up working out quite well. Now we would like to feed some more kills to our Reaper, who is currently at 1, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get multi-kills anymore, which is fine. It's expected. I don't want to leave you in that position. In fact, I just want to shotgun this drone in a spot where you don't get hurt on the follow-up. We need to kill that gunner still. That may require another AP grenade. Unless, can Jane Kelly reach that gunner? Jane Kelly can.
Hostile terminated.
So we do have a frag grenade here, which we're going to use on the surveillance drone, see if we can't confirm the kill with a weird gal.
Boom, shakalaka.
And while we're not going to get that early promotion that I often would like to get on our hero unit, I'm not too concerned. I think trying to min-max that is a little min-maxy for the experience I'm hopefully trying to showcase.
Tired of waiting around.
So we are still going to be in half cover on a couple people against a gunner, or not a gunner, a grenadier engineer, which only has like a flashbang. And at this rate, we might not even be killing the sectoid. Never mind, spoke too soon.
Or Angel. Ah, dry.
Since we do have a couple of people in half cover position, I am hoping the engineer is going to throw the flashbang. As a precaution, though, let's throw some smoke and try to eliminate that as an option. Beautiful. So now while we are not feeding that last kill to the Reaper, or maybe we are. I don't know if we're going to be able to feed it to the Reaper. What is your shot percentage over here? Let's find out. 45 is not fantastic. Yeah, we might be leaving this guy up for another turn. I think I just no, I don't know if we go in shadow for that.
Move into position.
I could handle that.
Jane Kelly being in that position is not fantastic, as he will have a decent shot at her. One thing we can do, though, is we can move to flank to hopefully force a positional change.
I'll watch closely.
Got you covered.
See if Overwatch can finish him off for us.
Yep.
Just need a couple grazes and enough shots. Oh, he's gonna throw another flashbang. Hey, You know, we can play with this engineer all day at this rate.
Sure.
Now, if you're wondering why I'm not grabbing this loot, there's no reason to. This is a full salvage mission.
I nicked him.
And so we will auto collect that loot.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
If you hear a bit of a dog in the background, I do apologize. I have my lab who really would like some attention,
Left in their wake. XCOM
but he's being a good boy.
to let go of the ways of the old world. They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns.
So we did get a data pad, which is nice. We can sell that if needed. All right. First things first, let's go take a look at the rest of our roster. Poor Barkley. We got Vendrax here, Risk, Doobies, Weird Guy, Code, Joker, Copyright, Spanked, Hailstorm, Stabby, Tedster, Brazel, Rainer, Kaneke, Prometheum, and Ecta Mystery, which, you know, I'm going to make the decision here to throw this into our good friend Durava so that I can have him on my campaign. And his legendary pot helmet. The other change we need to make is we are, of course, are going to pay our tribute to Karuka, the other developer on ModJam with me, and she always gets a character in every one of my campaigns, as one, the Crasher is a class she's made specifically, and just fun to have. See what happens to her. All right, we do use a mod called Choose My Class, which will give us 3 options randomized. Things like the Warden and Storm Rider are going to be super important to grab while we can here, as we cannot train these in GTS as they are pseudo hero units. The will on this character is certainly questionable. 15 will is not great, but we're not going to give up the Warden. Up next is Jet. Jet has 15 mobility, 67 aim. This is a pretty good Juggernaut. As much as I would love to grab a Recon or Heavy as well, I think we'll take some early game power in the form of the Juggernaut so that we can get success on these early missions. Oh, another Juggernaut offered, but here we're going to take a Ranger with 71 aim. And since we have Sentinel here, this will be a full Overwatch Ranger. Hollow targeting as well is super nice, but we'll definitely lean, I think, into the cool under pressure line with Sentinel. Hollow targeting, center mass is really good, but being able to crit and get that bonus damage is more than likely the play. Mr. Cloista, another modder and streamer, who I definitely recommend checking out. He's the one who's made all these super cool outfits with the meme bots, and a lot of the streamers or YouTubers have their own version of a t-shirt he's added into the game, which is really cool. Get some interesting options here. The Buccaneer is quite a fun class we've been playing around with. 62 aim is not great. I am going to go with the Agent though. Having someone who can grab some stealth for us and do some hacking is certainly going to be important. Knight, 63 aim, 15 mobility. As much as I love the Hunter and I think it's really in a healthier spot than it was, I'm going to grab a Grenadier. Having that early Grenadier to level up and get the power of the grenades is quite nice. And then Summers, 66 aim, 16 mobility. This would be a good Hunter. Sorry, I'm trying to calm that dog a little bit. But I think I want a little bit more stealth to start with, and so I'm going to take the Hitman. here. Having stealth on some of these early missions can be super important. We're gonna grab our free shivs. We're gonna hit the geoscape. Normally I would make like a no bad timer save, but I'm gonna assume the game wants to be really nice to me right now. And let me dive into this. Grab both our shivs. Shivs are free units. They do not take mission experience away from your soldiers, so they can be quite good to bring out to boost some early experience. All right, we immediately throw in someone with a lot of will, so we get that early bonus recruiting going on. Looks like our ranger is a good candidate there. And since we are using AP grenades, we can throw them in with whatever we need to. So we're looking for 2 missions. This is on Legendary. We only have 2 general ops available. Come on, timers, don't do me like this. All right, 8 days is fine. So if you notice, we now have some icons on the right side, which actually I thought we could hover over them, but maybe I can from this screen. I guess not. We have some additional icons on the right side. This is from a new mod Rusty has introduced to make things easier for me to figure out like what my soldiers are doing based on their abilities, as the old way was just an overlap that was being cut off on the screen. Rescue VIP from Advent Vehicle does mean I'm going to want some form of hacking. I don't have remote hacking, but we either want to bring like the agent. I mean, I guess we'd really just want to bring the agent. If we get a jailbreak or something, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's keep our Reaper going to make sure our Reaper can get some experience. Probably bring the Grenadier and put the Juggernaut on the other squad. This squad's not going to have the stealth. We'll let the other squad have the stealth. And I think with this timer, I probably want to bring 3 rookies. My reason for wanting to bring 3 rookies is getting a few of those early promotions out gives us the additional variety that we are going to want. You do not need a smoke grenade. We'll keep an AP to feed you kills. We'll keep a frag for some of that armor, but we'll bring double. Actually, we'll bring double frag in case we go up against some drones early on. For rookies, I'm looking for guys with some decent mobility and decent aim, kind of average. Leave the super high aims for when we get access to our GTS. In fact, we'll bring Durave here. And let's bring Hailstorm. Do like having a flashbang or 2 available, but I think 1 flashbang will be more than enough. And we'll send them. Come on, game, hook me up with a timer I can run. That's very disappointing to see already. 4 days, 12 hours. Resistance contacts, resistance personnel. So this is part of this issue with these bad timers that can happen, and our real need to actually push this though. We can get 4. It's gonna be a little dicey, where I may just give up ablative even to make this work. And you might be saying ablative's crazy, but I don't really want to just gatecrash off of this. I think we can get away with the AP grenade spam even this early on. If we keep a shotgun around and get 4 people here, we might be okay. Ooh, I don't know if I can give up the ablative. I'm not gonna have that 2-hour flight time, which is a little bit problematic. Only having 1 grenade means that grenade's very, very important. So I'll tell you what, our Juggernaut is going to take the risk, going to bring the AP. We're going to keep ablative on those with 3 HP. And yeah, we'll start this off with a little bit of spice. We can kill with the sword at least. I'm trying to think what's going to be our biggest hurdle, and that might be like an assault trooper. But we do have like melee. We're a very melee heavy group. We have fire to control some things. As long as I don't take engagements that are too terrible, it won't be too crazy. All right, so we're gonna swap all these guys to recruit for the little bit of time we get before we need to swap back. We're gonna go hit up the black market, discover that. No, well, we did get an engineer, so that's actually gonna be really, really nice. Yeah, we did get the early engineer. So when this gets to about 80%, we'll swap back over to Intel. In the meantime, let's sell off a few of these early things. We are actually keeping the laptops this time. So I need, what is that, 35 supplies to get the early scientist, which will be super helpful. I'm going to get rid of the expanded magazine. I'm going to get rid of the data pad. Grabbing both the engineer and the scientist early is just something I tend to do. I like having that scientist to scan in my regions for my mission detection on the follow-up. Let's see. So our connections, we only have 1 of 6, 2 of 5, so not terrible. We'll go East Africa. We'll make it work. I'm going to swap these back to Intel to make sure that we... Oh, I just realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't have taken that guy out. Swap these back to Intel, make sure they're on the job for when these missions are finished. Would like to grab alien biotech, but I need some other stuff for that. So we're gonna let this get to 100. These are pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna fly over here, as we'll be ready to scan as soon as we get back to the geoscape after this mission. And we'll throw a save in here and do this in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you then.